All right, folks, welcome to the Georgia State Championships 2026, presented by Dirty South Disc and powered by Prodigy. We are here at Boundary Waters out in, I think this is Douglasville, Georgia. You have on the mic here Conrad with
Harper Thompson.
All right, Harper, nice to have you along for the ride here. Coverage all this year brought to us by Infinite Disc. You're actually playing in this event.
I am. This is going to be a unique experience commentating my own round, but yeah, we've got a great card today.
Not only an interesting experience, but also an interesting round because we're playing 27 holes here.
Yeah, this was a long day. We're teeing off also pretty late in the day, so we kind of know going into the round we might not finish this round. First up, we have Colten Montgomery, 1007, new to Team Discraft this year. We'll see what he's throwing. Second on the card, this guy is an A-tier killer along with the rest of the card, 1038, Mason Ford. This guy has one of my favorite backhands in the game and such a nice guy.
So smooth. He is such a nice guy. This guy, he's not looking nice, but I think he is. This is you, Harper, coming in at 1025 rated, throwing for Team Prodigy. And we have this guy here, slightly out of focus, but Zach Arlinghaus. He's also one of those A-tier killers that you were talking about, coming in at 1021 rated, Team Discraft.
So hole one, we're at Boundary Waters. We're going to be playing a bit of a mixed layout. We're playing 18 holes of this course and then 9 holes of one of the other 3 courses on the property.
Yeah, so you see the sign there. We're starting out on Hawk.
So Colton's basically doing exactly what you want on this drive, throwing an overstable driver just past that box, and then he's going to have an approach to the green.
You see the little flag up there. It's a little windy, and that will come into play on some of these open holes.
Mason throwing an idle here, a little bit out towards the water. You don't want to get too aggressive here. No real reason to. There's OB right, OB left. He's skipping a little bit to that left side, but that'll be totally fine.
Next, Harper.
Yeah. When I play, I don't throw as far as you, so I'm not going quite that far over to the left. I actually challenge the water just a little bit more and end up on the right side of that box that's up there.
As for myself, I'm going with my most overstable D2, just on hyzer. A little bit of right to left wind picking it up, but that's exactly what I'm going for.
You have a little slope in your stance there, but nothing major.
Zach, this is one of the guys that I tour with the most. Unique game. Lefty backhand, righty forehand. But he's an A-tier killer. I believe he has 7 A-tier wins. And yeah, this guy grinds, plays a ton of events every year.
Yeah.
I believe that's his Onyx, overstable Onyx, and we've got 4 solid drives. I really feel like the second shot is the more difficult one.
Yeah.
We've got a right to left wind over the water, so you really, if you're going with this backhand, you got to trust it out over the water, or you're going to end up about circle's edge left.
Mm-hmm. About right there?
Yeah, headwind putt at the water. I mean, that is quite a way to test the nerves early on.
Yeah.
I like this forehand play if you have it. Fight against the crosswind.
And if anything is pushing you down and not lifting you up and take you further away. Although that got a little ground play, but I think he's still within the circle.
But you see, even that hit right of the basket in that crosswind, it just wasn't going to push over towards the water much.
Everyone leaving themselves with some kind of windy putt here.
It's a sneaky tough upshot because none of us really want that headwind putt, but to have a tailwind putt, you're throwing it closer to the water. And so we're going to have 3 putts from around circle's edge into the headwind.
I thought you were going to have a little bit more ground action towards the basket, but it just checked out. And this is circle 2, isn't it?
Yeah, circle 2, probably around 40 feet. And that won't be an easy comebacker by any means. Maybe a little nervy there, putting right at the water into the headwind. Zach likes to sling in these putts, so he commits to it. Should be just like that.
Just looks awkward. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm friends with Zach, so I give him a hard time all the time. If I didn't, I don't think he would think that I liked him. So he kind of expects this.
He's got a unique, almost Gannon sort of stance where he's kind of sideways to the basket.
That's a good par putt there. Looking out at this water, that water claimed one of my favorite Thunderbirds a couple years ago. Never got it back.
Oh, no.
And that right there is the lowest I've ever seen this this pond, this lake, or body of water.
I mean, this was a beautiful day of disc golf. A little bit of wind to start the round in the afternoon, but as we start to play into the evening and then we get into the woods a little bit more, gets a little bit calmer, but perfect temperature.
Oh, yeah. Hole 2, speaking of where I lost my Thunderbird, gotta do a forehand shot here, but it's a par 3 coming in at 295 feet. It's ranking one of the easier holes, coming in at 16th out of 27.
Yeah, I think this is more what you'll see for the rest of the course. Shorter, very scoreable course. I mean, we're going into the round for 27 holes. I think you want to get roughly 50% of them. So
Yeah.
shooting 13 or 14 is kind of the goal out here. And this is, if you have a forehand, or really, you can throw anything that goes dead straight as long as you don't go OB right, which is about 20 feet from the basket. But this is about as stock as it gets, and you really want to get this one.
Yeah, backhand, forehand, all of it works as long as it has the right shape. There's not much to it. Even that right there went dead straight, but he's still going to have a look at the basket.
Zach and Mason played it perfectly. They're going to be parked. I'm going to be going A3 forehand. This is one of my more comfortable shots. And I'm happy with the result.
Just outside of the park, but should be an easy cleanup for you. This is a long putt.
Also putting at the OB.
Is nervy. Oh, wow.
Slides out barely with the miss low. It's one of those putts where you either want to commit harder or really lay up.
Yeah.
Kind of have that 50-50 bid, and slides out for Colten.
Yeah, you go with your birdie putt. First 2 putts from Colten have been a little low.
Yeah, both scary bids. He's going to start with a bogey on the second. Then we'll have a couple of tap-ins. Let's see if Mason Ford bought into the CTP. Apparently not. I think he would have won it, though.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever did win it, they appreciate him not contributing.
I've been really struggling with connection. Yes, connecting can be so difficult, especially in your case, as it's with an audience and not just one person.
Exactly.
Have you tried telling them about Infinite's inventory?
All the time. 100,000 discs.
Right.
Biggest online retailer.
Well, what if you told them something about yourself? Maybe a confession.
What do you mean?
Isn't it true that you faked the ace that you posted in that snow video recently?
I did, but what does that have to do with the whole connection? We got the confession. Lemonade, lemonade.
Hey, stop.
Get him.
What are you doing? Hey! I love my jab.
Hole 3 here is a 1,000-foot par 5. This is a great hole. It almost reminds me of a hole at New London, where the theme is you have OB in the woods on one side, and then the other side is just the woods. So as you see, this left side is all out of bounds, and the right side is just the woods.
Oh, yeah.
You have a few options. Players are either going to go like mid-range, 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 or you can try to bite off a little bit more on the first. These first few shots, we're all going mid-range here. As long as you're in the fairway and cover about 300 to 350, you're in play.
Yeah.
Colten is looking to bite off a little bit more with an Athena. Colton's really good at pulling off these committed backhands.
Yeah, that right there was a great shape.
Yeah, and that's going to make the rest of the hole a lot easier. Mason a little pinched off on the right, but honestly, with the length of this hole, he should still be able to get birdie.
Yeah.
From that position, I think he's probably going to have a fairway driver into the green, so a little bit faster than you'd like to go, but he still has a chance. Zach going buzz, then another buzz. Getting close to that 700-foot sign, so he's going to have right around 300 to the green.
Yeah. As long as you don't get greedy, which most AMs will when we see this open field and yardage to tell us how far we threw.
Yeah.
The hole is it's not that difficult. I mean, the most obstacle that you're going to have is I don't even remember if there's a tree by the basket or not. But
So Colten there, I believe he's going for the eagle with going driver. There's not really any trees by the basket, but this left side OB continues, and Mason is going to be testing it for sure.
By the basket there, by the little outhouse there.
And it's skirting the line, rolls. Oh, I think that's a foot OB, if that.
And he doesn't know it yet.
No, he probably has a suspicion. You don't really know. It's a blind shot.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to know that your miss has to be right side of the basket because you'll be inbounds.
Yeah. Or if you don't miss, just do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably one of the better patent pending shots I've thrown in a while, so I'm going to have inside the circle for a birdie putt.
Yeah, I was wondering about this, his being lefty and having to deal with stuff in his swing.
Very committed shot.
Yeah. Jumps over the hill, leaves him with a putt. Maybe just at circle's edge.
Yeah, as long as you crest that hill, most of the time you're going to have a look.
Yeah.
And then Colten throwing two committed shots, going to have the easiest upshot of the group by far.
I think he was trying to put that in.
It looked like it. So Mason's going to have this for par.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does a good job to not lose one there.
Another good putt there. Zach's off to a hot start here. Got the turkey going.
Yep, best start of the group. That was a little high right, but it's in.
Oh, you're supposed to thank the basket for catching that. That right there was a 50-50.
Hey, T2s, they're reliable. That's just everyday business for them.
They don't like left side weak for sure. I have one at home in my backyard, and that is the one that will not stay in.
Well, we putt on the pro side for a reason. That's why it's called that. Hole 4 is a doozy. Yeah, first hardest hole, not surprising. 410 feet, tight woods on the right the entire way, and OB left in the woods. I mean, this is by far the most daunting hole on the course.
And the line is there, but it is very specific.
Extremely. It's either like a flip-up forehand that ends up 35 feet right if thrown perfectly.
Right. Yeah.
Or a backhand that kind of late drifts, but highly technical and so much danger. There's not really a comfortable, safe play for the par either.
No, there's not.
Oh, and Mason plays this to perfection. And he's still going to be probably outside circle 2.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, maybe inside C2, but that's a beautiful shot.
It is. I've got this hole once throwing a backhand, kind of a hyzer flip with a fairway. Didn't get all the way to the basket, but it did give me a look. Like I said, a very particular shape.
And one thing that the course designers did with this course, as you see Zach's close to it, they put OB in the woods.
Yeah. Was this before or after the Ricky?
This is before the Ricky situation, so Colten really being diligent. Too bad this coverage didn't come out before Big Easy for Rick.
Yeah, he would have been able to learn a lesson or so.
But as you can see, this right side is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Zach and I both have basically no look for par, and same with Colton.
Yeah.
And Mason he's licking his chops right now.
Yeah. He's looking at either taking 1 or 2 on the card.
Colton smartly laying up.
This 18, the Hawk course, I believe, is the newer of the 3 courses that are out here. So there's 3 full 18-inch courses out here. We're playing. It used to be Boundary Water 1 and 2. Then they renamed them Hawk, Falcon, and nice. Putt there, Harper.
Yeah, that one felt good.
I'm about to say, we got to get a run back for that. That right there was awesome.
Yeah, in my mind, I had already bogeyed the hole, and I was like, let's just throw up a prayer. And I guess it was answered.
Yeah, missing that right side tree right into the basket. Oh, just off the front chains. So Zach scrambling to save his par.
I believe that was actually bogey for Zach.
Oh.
This hole feels like a par 4, honestly.
Yeah, it was.
And Mason taking par there.
Yeah.
All right, we move on to hole 5, 245 feet. Tight line, but with it being 245 feet and downhill, this is one you at least want to get a putt on. I'd say the main route is just this backhand pushing putter shot. If you pure it, you can absolutely park it, but I was happy with my attempt to get to about 35 or 40 feet.
Yeah, as a cameraman, I'm not sure that there is a fairway or a main way to get there because there's just so many trees in the way.
As you can see, this teeing area is very tight.
Yeah.
And Zach is incredibly good with the tomahawk. I mean, I don't think there's many players on tour who are more consistent with the tomahawk than
Yes.
Zach.
Wait, so if he throws a lefty tomahawk, is that the same as a righty
Thumber?
thumber?
Pretty much. But I have never seen him throw the lefty tomahawk.
Oh, that was righty?
That was righty.
See this guy. He just.
He's a confusing guy, but
Yes.
he makes it work. Mason.
Oh,
Ooh.
good bid. Right off the top of the basket.
Those are 2 good putts from C2, even though they didn't drop.
Yeah. I mean, they were online, hit metal. Everything was working except for one thing. Everything's working there with that putt. That was dead center. Had no choice but to stay in the basket there.
Yeah, through 5 holes, I think my shortest make has been around 25 feet, so I feel like I'm putting the disc well into the basket.
Oh, and Colton is just off again.
Tough look over there, lots of debris.
Yeah, funny stance, a lot of stuff going on.
Zach gets the bounce back birdie. Colton maybe a little bit frustrated. Slow start. 1 over through 5 is not where you want to be. All right, we're on to hole 6, par 4, 500 feet. That is not the basket we are going to, but it is a good spot that you want to land in.
I don't know if you want to, well, not land in it, but
Yeah, this
I've seen in the past where they've had baskets like that, you know, they leave in the ground because there's other groups playing or whatever. They don't go around and switch baskets, but sometimes they end up in your way in your play.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where if that's your aiming point and you get stymied behind it, it's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
But one thing I've noticed with this hole in general, I don't know what a good landing spot is. I played lots of practice shots on this hole, and wherever you are, you feel like you're scrambling on the second.
Yeah. I don't know how Mason got through. Where he got through, it ended up in the fairway. This right here is a great shot. Even if it hits something, it's made it a lot of way down the fairway. He's going to have some type of look at the basket over on the right from where he is.
Yeah, that was an incredible shot from Colten.
We look at Mason, and he's going to have to figure something out too, even though he was technically in the fairway. And it seems intuitive that you have a hyzer shot, but it's not clean.
No. Like this, it was going to be short left.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like a pushing hyzer that kind of flips up, but you don't really want to play with the flip up.
Yeah. He is doing this right. He's actually just, you know, he's a good right-handed putter too.
Oh yeah, his entire his righty backhand, he was throwing it on 14 at Maple Hill over the water. Like that's a committed righty backhand to do on tour.
Yeah.
Mason incredibly smooth from that distance.
Leaves himself with a look to save that par.
There is a drop off behind this basket, not too severe, but it's worth noting.
Yeah, and it's kind of a ways away. I mean, you see the OB flags there too. It's not within the circle by any means, so I don't think you're going to even have the potential to roll there if you don't make it. What is going on? You are just locked in right now.
I know. I feel like it at this point, yeah. Hitting a lot of putts from circle's edge. I mean, I could very easily be, 4 strokes worse right now if I wasn't putting well.
That's a good putt there. That's a good comeback.
Heck, that's a beautiful putt. From what I've played with Colten this year, his putt looks very clean. It's coming out nice and zippy. Hole 7, 295 feet. Righty backhand flex is definitely the play. Kind of surprised this comes in as the 8th hardest hole. I think that's because there's OB within about 15 feet of the basket, long and right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you look, it's ranked 8th, but it's also playing under par slightly. So a lot of people probably going just long of the basket and then making the par putt coming back.
Exactly. Mason going to be taking this hyzer route with the backhand.
Hyzer right kind of mitigates the distance control so you don't go shooting out the back.
For sure. Colten is going more dead straight. I believe this is a Luna. Gotta slow down. Oh, just enough.
Just enough. One more rotation and that would have been completely out of bounds. Nice smooth birdie putt there by Mason. I'm trying to remember to this round, was there a rain delay before your round started?
There was not.
There was not.
Yeah, that OB is so close that from bullseye's edge, after Colten takes his meter, he's going to be closer than I am. Everyone just doing their due diligence, making sure he's in bounds, which he was. And that'll be a star frame.
That will be, and it gets Colten back to even now.
It's a slow start to the round, but with the round being 27 holes, I mean, you can take that however you want, and he has the opportunity to turn around. He's got time.
This seems like it's pretty much a forehand delight. You may be able to take a backhand to it, but I guess you could. I think I did too once.
Yeah, it's pretty stock. I'd say really either way works.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got that stock forehand hyzer or the lefty, then yeah, it shapes well for it.
Yeah.
Zach just goes long in that guardian tree. I think that's probably the main danger. You either want to commit to short or long of it because it's kind of right where you want to fade.
Mm-hmm.
See, Mason and I both go short of it.
Yeah, and still leaves you out with a putt inside the circle.
Exactly. Colten very predominantly backhand, so he's going to throw this meteor. I know he was leaning on this disc a lot, and that's kind of the second guardian tree.
Yeah, it's still not bad, though. He'll still have a clean look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, I said that, and it looks like he's in the bushes.
Oh, that's a clean putt.
Yes.
2 birdies in a row for Colten.
We may be looking at another star frame here.
Yeah, you kind of expect to have a decent bit of star frames on this course.
Oh.
You don't expect that.
No, and that was the strong side.
Yeah, that one was just a bit of an odd putt. That was not a long putt at all.
Yeah. So when you have odd putts, do they stick with you, or you kind of forget about them quickly?
Not when I'm putting this well already.
Yeah.
Hole 9, we've got another kind of similar, just putter shot. This one feels like a must get.
Oh, yeah. Ranked 22nd most difficult, so really easy.
This is Zach's beat-in zone, one of his favorite discs. Now, that's going to be farther away than you'd like.
Yeah.
Right around the circle's edge.
Farther away and either straddle or slightly obstructed.
Man,
That's
I believe
the
that's a
difficult
bullet
part.
from Mason Ford, and that's got to be one of my favorite shots to watch.
Yeah.
Mason Ford throwing a bullet hyzer flip. I believe this is a sled.
A sled?
Yeah, it's like the Discraft Berg type disc.
Okay.
I know he was liking that disc. I'm going P Model US, so just everyone's throwing their straight putters.
Ooh, is that going to sneak through? Oh, no.
If it found that window, I think it would have been pretty close, but
It would
now
have.
got about a 40-footer. Tough stance.
You can't move those.
No. I don't think I'm physically capable, and it would not be allowed. But yeah, I'm debating whether to go under or over. I tend to have a loftier putt, but those branches are just so high so early.
Yeah.
I think I've got to go for more of a stabby, low putt. I'm taking all my 11 inches behind the disc. Makes this putt a little easier.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
And now I'm definitely not worried about that last putt.
Right to the sweet spot there, through the gap.
Already got a couple runbacks through 9.
Wow. Not as clean as yours,
Hey, but it's
but
in.
it's in.
And Zach, 7 under through 9 with a boat.
That's quite impressive.
And it looks like we're going to get our second star frame of the round. Almost 3 in a row.
Almost.
The pot. Thank you.
We'll blame the basket for those.
Good try. Thank you.
10. I think this is probably one of the tougher holes on the course. Yep, third hardest hole. OB right this entire time. And then there's woods left. 740 feet. You're going a little bit uphill at first, and then the rest of the hole is downhill. I'd say the main play is going to be, for the righties, a fairway driver thrown at the left side that kind of drifts right. That's what Mason does here, and that's got to get to the ground or it's going to find the woods left. Oh, and he does it perfectly.
Yep.
Yeah, and from a drive like that, you're probably going to have a 380-foot mid-range shot, just a little bit downhill.
Wait, I'm not throwing the mid-range 380, so you're not talking about us.
We're talking about the A-tier killers. Colten, that's a great tee shot. I'm going to be throwing my F3 here. Holds pretty tight on the line, a little bit of turn, and that's going to be middle of the fairway.
Yep, lands flat, perfect.
Zach is going Onyx here, and he's going to have to disc up, which is going to be a problem with the disc moving more left to right or right to left.
Ooh.
And there is OB over there, and he finds it.
You like those ones?
For a second, I was like, what is that noise? But then I realized where I'm standing, there's frogs, like, I don't know, 15 frogs in a little creek that's right behind the basket that just decided to... Wow, great shot.
There, I'm asking the disc to move, but there's just enough downhill to where it kind of funnels in. I think Mason thought he's short on this, but it's going to be a similar result to mine. I think Colten with that big drive just has Luna.
Wow. Bucky's. Sorry, that's a sticker.
Man, I get excited when I see Bucky's too. Ooh, that's leaking.
Ooh, did it stay in bounds? I'm just noticing the OB kind of wrapping around there.
Yeah, that's an unforced error from Colten. I mean, he can clean it up, but Zach for his par, and he's going to remain parless after 10. Colten to clean up the mistake, and he does so well.
Nice putt. Yeah, my wife is slightly annoyed because of how excited I get for Bucky's. But good birdie there. But to her defense, the first Bucky's I took her to was in Houston.
Continue about your Bucky's. Let's ignore the cleanliness of that putt.
It stayed. It was clean enough.
Exactly.
But the Bucky's in Houston, they're not all big. Some of them are small, like Quick Trips. And so she was like, "Why are you excited about this?" And I'm like, "This isn't the right one." So.
Hole 11 almost feels similar to the last one. OB on the right side, woods left, and you're just trying to keep it in the middle. This one much shorter, 570 feet. So, I mean, you could really throw any speed of disc that you feel comfortable landing in the fairway.
Yeah, but you want to land in the fairway. You don't. Oh,
Colten
wow. You want to land in the fairway by any means.
Lifetime.
By any means possible.
That's going to be safe, and from there, it's just a chip forehand.
Yeah.
For Colten, it'll probably be backhand, but I'm going with that same F3, and that's exactly how I'm trying to throw it. Just past Mason. Not that it matters.
Take that, Mason.
Zach disking down to the buzz. I know he feels very comfortable throwing mid into a fairway like this, and he'll still probably have zone into the green, so he doesn't need to disc up from that.
Yeah, with this one, you just want to get down the fairway, have a clean shot into the basket because it is tucked over on the right.
Yeah, he's probably got about 260 or 270 here, a little bit uphill. Mason, chip hyzer forehand, and we've got two within 20.
Yep. He likes it.
He does. This will be my A3. Been in the bag forever. And that's why.
Will you try to put that in or just get close? Both, okay.
A little bit of both. Oh, Colten going to the forehand. This might be the first one of the round we've seen from him. And he does it nicely.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got 4 very close birdie chances.
First one's in.
Still no pars from
Still
Zach.
no pars from Zach.
7 down through 11 is a very solid pace out here.
Says the guy that's now 8 down through 11.
Yeah, you know, step up from solid, I'd say. Good start.
I'm liking the putts that I'm seeing from Colten now.
Yeah, Colten kind of bouncing back after a slow start.
Yeah.
When's their birthdays?
Nice birdie, Mason.
Hole 12, 270 feet. This hole is very tight.
Yeah, this is one of the short but technical ones.
If Mason Ford wrote a textbook on how to throw putter backhands, I'd read it cover to cover. Colten as well. Oh, just outdoing Mason. I don't know. This could be close.
I still like going slightly past the basket instead of in front of it. That's the one that I'm pointing about. Look at this.
Ooh, gets a little sneaky at first, and then clips a late one.
That's still an easy putt for you today.
For the most part, as long as it's not an 18-footer. Zach, this is his really beat up Chally OS.
I don't remember what you're talking about. That was
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And Zach is just so buttery with a shot like that and does it better than everyone else.
Yes, he does.
On the righty hole. And this right now feels like a 12-footer.
Oh, off the band. I think that's your first miss high.
I think so. And we're going to have 3 tap-ins. Never feels good when you've ruined 2 star frames for the round. But, you know, still right up there score-wise, so.
Oh, yeah.
So what if I found a 1060 for your proto?
Colten still new to Discraft, so he's trying to bargain everyone for discs. Zach been on the team for a long time, so he's got plenty of goodies.
Another little challenging, short, wooded, 250-foot par 3.
Yeah, this one's awkward. You're throwing a forehand, and it goes straight at first, and then it bends pretty quickly right, so you've got to throw something pretty overstable. Colten's going to be about 30 feet left of the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach going to the forehand instead of the lefty backhand. Going zone. If it beats that tree, it was good.
Yeah.
But he's going to be in a tough spot, honestly. We're going to have 4 forehands off the tee.
Oh.
And that was just a shank.
So you're in straight scramble mode here because it's still not a clear path to the basket from where you are.
No, it's a very good par from this spot. And I shanked it again.
Yeah, there's OB directly behind the basket to a little stream. So, like, you know you can't overpower it. But you still want to hit the line that's going to actually get you there. No one really hit the line true and clear. I think Colten did the best job. But he's still, like you said, 30 feet away. Oh, no.
Does Mason go beat it? Couldn't tell.
I did not see the graphic. We'll see what score he takes here. That'll kind of determine if that was OB or...
Zach wants nothing to do with it. And this is a bogey putt. Very
Again.
much in danger of double.
And again, with OB directly behind the basket, so...
Danger of triple. But when it's for bogey, it kind of feels like one I have to run.
Yeah. Ooh. And that was the safer miss. If anything, you want to miss low versus high and having it ramp off and go OB. So you hit some metal.
Yep.
Kept it close. Oh, great putt there for
That's
birdie.
a great birdie.
Yeah.
Zach gonna sneak in a par there. Getting a little sneaky. Mason, I think, was in bounds here.
Yeah, he looks
Yep.
like to be in bounds.
Yep. I gotta tell you, it's a weird feeling taking a double bogey on a hole like this. I mean, I had played Olympus the week before and didn't take any doubles for the whole weekend on a course like that, and
Yeah.
this just feels like just so out of the ordinary.
Yeah. All right. This is going to mark the halfway point for our round here. So take a look at the field through 13.
And man, the scores are hot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Evan Walker, 15 down through 22. We know what the pace is.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, that's 15 down. It's not even done yet. Okay. Well, Harper, thank you for jumping on and doing some commentary for us. You have anything that you want to promote about yourself, your IG, or...
Oh, for sure. Check out my signature series with Prodigy. It's the PA3. They go in on putts like this.
Oh, yeah.
300 fractal, really good disc. And yeah, follow me on Instagram, Harper B. Thompson. Glad to be commentating here on Ace Run Pro.
And make sure you also follow us on all of our socials. That is at Ace Run Pro. We will be getting back to the rest of this round here, the remaining 13, 14 holes for the 27 round event. I want to say thank you to all of our Patreon Ace Runners. Think about being an Ace Runner? You should do it. It's as little as $3 a month. You get some extra content here. We'll see you on the back.